Happy Eclipse Day, it's Tracy. I am in Columbia, South Carolina. I live in the path of totality of the eclipse. So I'm going to try to make a video today that will take you through my day, enjoying the eclipse and all the little things that I'm going to do to celebrate the eclipse. And so let's get started. I started this morning by doing a spread for the eclipse, one that I made up, and I'm going to show that to you now. I am handheld, so please forgive the shaky. Here is the spread that I made up for the eclipse today, and I will go into each position. I will have to kind of move the camera in to talk about each position because I'm doing this on my iPhone on a selfie stick and it's kind of handheld, so there we go. The first position, that's the me position. That's where am I now. And the second position is what's blocking my light. And for me today, I see this as I really want to go. I want to do something. I want to accomplish something. I want to take a risk. I want to go off half-cocked, so to speak. But my practical side is kind of putting a damper on that and holding it back. All right, so the third position, which I have put up here in the upper left, is how do I remove the block? And I've got the Queen of Cups. So I'm thinking that I need to remove this block simply by cutting myself a little slack and forgiving myself and loving myself a little bit more. Okay, then we move on to what do I want to manifest? And that's the top position. Ace of Swords, so that reinforces my Knight of Swords sort of thing. I want to do something new. I want some new ideas. I want some new ideas that are going to pan out victoriously, so to speak. I really am looking for some new inspiration, some sort of new ideas. And then positions, these two positions, I've forgotten which numbers they are. I think they're 5 and 6. Is how do I manifest that Ace of Swords? And I've got the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant, which to me today is saying that I have to believe in myself. I have to believe in the something new that I can do. I have to believe in the dream. But at the same time, belief alone isn't going to do it. There's got to be some study. There's got to be some learning. I have got to, whatever my new idea is, I can't just manifest it out of thin air. I have to, if I have a good idea, maybe I need to do some research, or maybe I need to get with a teacher to help me manifest that good idea. Then the position, this is 7, I believe. What do I need to let go of? And there's the King of Cups again, who keeps telling me that I am not in charge. I can't completely control my emotions. I can't be a Vulcan. I can't always be on an even keel all the time. Sometimes my emotions are going to happen, and I've got to accept that and stop letting go of this idea that I can be like a robot, which is kind of what I've always wanted to be. So I need to let go of that. And how do I let go of that? I have the 6 of Pentacles and the Fool. And for me right now, I'm seeing that as being generous to myself and to others, forgiving myself again, like with the Queen of Cups, being generous with myself, being generous with others. And then the Fool today for me is saying take a calculated risk, because this Fool does have a little bag with him. So there is some, he's planned a little bit for his trip. He's got a stick and a little bag. So he's done a little bit of planning. So take a calculated risk in going for this and letting go of this. Take a calculated risk. And then the final advice in this position was the Ace of Cups, which simply told me to follow my heart. So basically, I have some ideas about what this means. But I really think I'm going to have to study on this one a little bit longer to figure out exactly where I'm going with this and what it's trying to tell me. But now I've got it on video and I can come back and study it anytime I need to. So that's how I started my day, was with a Eclipse tarot spread that I created. Okay, it is about 12:30 and we're expecting blockage to start about 1 something, about 1:12. I have a lot of trees in my neighborhood, as you can see, so I am going over to my mom's house where there are fewer trees. Plus, she's 73 years old, so I'm just gonna hang with her. We were thinking about going someplace where there were gonna be a lot of people, but the traffic has just been horrendous out here. Lots of visitors and such. And so we're just gonna set up on the end of her driveway so that she'll have her air conditioning handy and her bathroom handy if she chooses. There's my little house. So I am headed over to Mom's. It started. It's just barely started, and there are a lot of clouds out here. So I don't know, if it's gonna stay cloudy the whole time or if it's gonna clear up. But we've got, about 3.5 hours of this to get through. So let's see what it does. I'm hoping to catch some of the phenomenon that happen in the shadows. Apparently there is a snake phenomenon that happens on like white surfaces, like the driveway here, and a crescent shadow that occurs in dappled sunlight from the trees. So I am hoping to catch that as well. We're about 45 minutes away from the totality. It's still pretty cloudy. The sun's coming in and out of the clouds. So it's been kind of cool because it's not been too hot. Okay, in the shade we have the little crescents all over the place. That is so cool. I'm standing now behind the sun, and you can definitely see the little crescents all over the place. That is so cool. Okay. The Eclipse app calls these shadow bands. Basically, they're supposed to be the little sort of snaky things. It's more of the crescent type stuff. We are 3 minutes from totality. We've got just one little sliver of sun left.
How is that possible?
That this much light is coming from that teeny.
How is it possible that when I came through the house, they were 5 minutes away from totality in St. Louis. And already here it is on us. They told us how fast it would go. So many thousand miles per hour.
It is starting to get dark, isn't it? Oh, that's so freaky. That is so freaky.
Oh, that's
weird. Just so freaky.
That's not like Twilight.
No, it's not like Twilight at all.
Not like Twilight. That's just weird.
That is so freaky.
That's really weird. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
And
it's gone.
We've got it. Totality. Oh, you can't see it on the camera at all, but that is magnificent. And we are hearing people holler from the dam.
I don't think from the dam, probably from the park.
Oh, that is so flippin' cool. Oh my God.
Yay, moon.
It's
dead night.
Not dead night, but it's dark.
But yeah,
it is so freaky.
Wow.
Yeah, in the sky it kind of looks like, in my camera, it looks like a moon. You don't see the moon in front of the sun. You just see a blob of light.
And
but
with the glasses you see nothing.
But yeah, looking
Absolutely
with my eyes,
nothing.
there is definitely a very white ring around a very dark moon. And it's just like the light went out all of a sudden.
That is just amazing.
Amazing.
God, I'm glad I got to see this.
Uh-huh. People are shooting off fireworks. Now, why would you
Well, I
bother
think
with
that's,
shooting off fireworks when you
I,
can look at the sun?
I think it's a fitting tribute to what the moon has done. Good for you, little moon.
Just that quickly, it's over. And the sun is back, coming back out again.
Stunning.
Oh. That was one of the most amazing things I have ever witnessed in my entire life. I am devilishly hot right now. They said that the temperature would drop. You would notice a huge change in the temperature. Well, no, not so much. It got a little cooler. It got down to about 86 degrees, but the heat index was still up to, the upper 90s. So it was just hot as blazes outside. I'm recording this right before it's 4:04 Eastern time, and there is still partial eclipse going on, but it's only a couple of minutes away from being finished. I'm going to try to edit all of this together and put it out there, but there are just no words to express how amazing that was. It was like, well, it got slightly darker and slightly darker, and it was a little freaky and a little creepy. And then right at the end, it got very dark very quickly until it was not like dusk. It wasn't like any sort of nighttime that I've ever seen. But all of a sudden, it was dark. It was like it was light, it was light, it was light, it was light, and now it's dark. And I've ripped off my glasses for my whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds of being able to see the sun. I did take some pictures. I don't know exactly where in the process I'm going to edit those pictures or that video into this video as a whole, because this video is going to require a lot of editing. But the iPhone camera it just didn't do it justice. The iPhone camera is such a fantastic camera. It lets in a lot of light, and so it always looked lighter in the camera than it was outside. The thing that I noticed, and it was light outside, but it wasn't as bright as it would have been because I could see my iPhone screen. Anyway, I'm going to try. I've on my DVR, I have recorded the local coverage of all of this, and we backed it up when I was at my mom's house and watched a little bit of it. And I'm going to try to see if I can put in some of that local news coverage of what it actually looked like to me, because they did a great job of putting their filters on their cameras and doing the right thing. And I'll try to take a picture of the TV, which I think is kind of cheesy, but I'll take a picture of the TV and show you what it looked like to me. I think the thing that surprised me, and you've heard it on the video, depending on the order in which I edit these clips, but when it went dark, there were not that many people around us. We were sitting on my mom's front driveway. There were a couple of people across the street, a couple of people on the other side of the street, but there could have been a block party going on down here or there. I don't know. But when it went dark, there was an amazing scream that you could hear. I don't even know where that scream came from. It was so cool. So I'm so glad that I really prepared and took the time to do this properly, rather than just, at work they were going to give us 45 minutes to go outside and look at it. And yes, that would have been enough time, but I so thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed seeing it with my mom, even though the woman does not know how to stop talking. I'm an introvert and I like quiet times, and you don't have to talk all the time, but she feels like she's got to fill any silence that exists. So I'm kind of glad to be back home now where I can have quiet. And we'll see if I can get this video up and see how I choose to edit it, all the pieces together. It'll be fun to edit, although it will take me forever. difference between a total eclipse and a partial eclipse is literally night and day. I saw a partial eclipse when I was in high school. It was cool. It was nothing like what I experienced today. It's just, you think, oh, well, 99%, that's close enough. It's really not. You can never take off those glasses. You never get that corona effect. I am just so thrilled. It was just so cool. It was so cool. I've been like this all day long. It was so cool. Anyway, thank you for watching this little video about my eclipse experience, and I hope you all have had a wonderful eclipse day, and I will see you soon. Bye.